How we used to do that name and convention shit. Not anymore. That was way too much work coming up with
Relatively Practical Podcast.
Who is that hit me?
Why are you always missing the I in this? R.I.P. It's the R.I.P. podcast, my dude.
It's the ridiculously irate
Podcast.
pissing off podcast. No.
That's R.I.P.P.
No,
Yeah,
we already
that
had
is
one
R.I.P.P.
dude who would. We already had one dude
No.
just pissing on the podcast once. I don't need that again.
No, it's really irate players podcast.
Just
That's
painted it
alright.
inside.
Really Insecure People Podcast?
There you go.
Really Insecure Podcast.
Really
that was just
insecure people?
No, Really Insecure Podcast.
No,
Then
that was
it's
just the
really
R.I.P.
insecure podcast.
No, but then that's the R.I.P.P.
No, let's just call it the podcastception. It's a podcast within a podcast within a podcast within a television
hold
show.
up. Stop it, because I actually love that idea. Because I don't remember where the joke came from, but somebody said like, I feel like I've talked about that, but somebody made a joke about someone doing a podcast where they review their podcast.
It's a podcast.
Wait,
within a
where they
podcast.
review their own podcast or other podcasts?
Where they review their last podcast. So it's like, oh yeah,
Jesus.
the last podcast. It was really interesting. I really liked how they started the intro. Where they every podcast is reviewing the last podcast. And I thought, yeah, that's fucking great. I don't know why that's so great. It's like, yo, let's clone a clone. It'll end up great.
That sounds like some dumb shit. It also sounds like some dumb shit that you would totally do.
It would. I wish. Anyway. I also posted another shit post today.
I saw that you posted another shit post. I haven't watched it yet. Do I want to watch this?
It's 20 seconds and it's League of Legends related. And not like the League of Legends surface related where you can understand it because you kind of know what it is. It's talking about a mechanic in the game, which is basically like people are monkeys in the game and don't know how to work with their teammates. But you don't need to talk to your teammates. You have a button that literally says, hey, help me, run away, or fucking I'm on my way. That's all you really need. And today, instead of talking to my team, which is always ends up being toxic, I just pinged everything. And there's these two people at the bottom of the map. We pinged them, and then the entire team goes over and fucks them at the same exact time. And it was not pretty. And I was like, ping is OP.
This...
And that's it. It was a
Interesting.
20-second edit.
It's interesting that that actually works, because I know that For Honor and Rainbow Six both have ping systems.
For Honor's ping system is retarded because it does not provide anything of relevance in the game. Because all it does is like, I'm down. Help, 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 help.
Well, no.
one.
You can ping like, hey, I need help over here, or head to this objective, but how often do people listen to that?
Yeah.
That's usually the issue.
It's not incredibly useful. It's also pretty intrusive to the control scheme, so it's not like people can ping while they're in mid-combat.
I mean, you could, it's L1.
It's not helpful. Not inherently. But what else? I mean, there's ping systems in a lot of the battle royales. That's helpful for sharing information.
Yeah, you can be like, oh, I found this over here, come grab it.
Because I know, like, the new Call of Duty game has the pings, and it's pretty good pings. What's it called? Apex Legends has good pings as well. You can just ping whatever the fuck you want. You can ping items, ping enemies for your items. But yeah, it's whatever. That being said, there's several new games that came out this week. Or this
Well, I mean, what's come out? I'm assuming Sinners and Saints.
Sinners
is one
and
of them.
Saints. I'm not sure when it came out, but it came out recently. That one's cool. You guys want to talk zombies right now?
Well, we have to introduce everybody here.
Yeah, I know. I tried to do that before, and it just goes off.
Oh,
But at the same time, content right there. Free
moderation,
content.
man. Moderation.
My moderation is just not inviting you. That's my moderation.
Yeah, but then you lose
anyway-
all this content.
Anyway, before we get started, Javi, please introduce everybody here.
Alright, joining us today, we've got your usual co-host of Mad Rock Drummer, aka Daniel.
Hello there.
The Bioterrorist, aka Kiko.
Yo.
Miss Murder, aka Kim.
Hi.
And of course, who you just heard talk for the past 6.5 minutes of my life, Iron Skull, aka Mena.
Oh my god.
Yo,
Speaking of Misfit Murder, why are you not in the same server as we are?
She doesn't like us and doesn't want to hang out with
What
us.
server?
Oh no, she's here.
Yeah, she is
Oh,
here.
she's here?
What do you mean?
I am here.
Yeah, she's here.
What are you talking about?
She's always been here, dude. She's been here the whole time, man.
See,
Oh my
there's the
God.
insecurity.
Wow. I'm so sad now. You guys don't even notice me anymore.
No,
It's
I
okay.
know.
No, it's because
happens.
I went
That
off the
happens
map,
with Mickey.
and the only people I saw was me, Javi, and Daniel, and I was like, why isn't Kimmy in here? Thinking that,
Dude.
No, I did not say that. You
no,
said that.
no,
I noticed you were here, Kim. I got you.
Daniel,
No, you
Daniel,
want
you
to know
didn't
something
listen.
funny? Yo,
Daniel,
yo,
you
yo,
didn't
you want to
listen.
know
I
something
said I
funny?
saw you, Javi, and myself on the map. I didn't see Kimmy.
Why would you check the map? Why don't you just press down on the D-pad to check?
Yeah,
You know what? I'm not that smart. We have already established this.
clearly.
Yeah, but you want to know something funny? I just joined the session, so that's why you didn't see me before. Yeah, that's funny.
And yet, I noticed when you got here. So,
Well, at least, yeah, he was the only one that noticed.
I
Not
was
you
doing
guys.
the intro, I'll have you know.
Big
Finally.
sad, big sad.
Avi had an excuse.
Either way,
That's Javi.
Sorta.
He's always an excuse.
No!
know me, I know excuses, talk no jutsu.
I got kicked out of the
mister.
session.
Just use the same invite. Mena,
yes.
what are,
I got
you
an error
said
code,
3
that's why.
games? 3 games came out this week. What came out?
I believe John Wick came out.
My husband.
I heard that was a game.
It
I haven't
came
seen
out,
anything about it.
It looks like a strategy shooter, which is always up my lane.
Are we
Not
talking
sure.
strategy like XCOM or?
That's what I'm thinking. It's very dependent on angle. It looks somewhere like a twist between XCOM and fucking Hotline Miami.
Yeah, I feel like it would be a very Hotline Miami game.
That's what it seems. It looks really interesting. It doesn't look bad. You get to see, John Wick's adventures back when he was in the life before his impossible task, and I think some of his impossible task. I'm not 100% sure, but there's some interesting aspects to that. I have not played that one. I kind of avoided it for now. It looks good, but it's a John Wick game. Probably owned by a bigger company, and it's being put out for like $20. That doesn't feel right.
Oh, let's see.
That set off so many red flags in my brain.
That's really,
Just
that's a
$20
big red flag.
Yeah, I don't even think it's $20, but I think I'll get to it eventually.
Hey, I seen you ain't been on that laptop in the clubhouse yet.
It's weird.
The one on the
It must be
anonymity
a very
network?
small game.
Hey, whatever. We all
That
grown
could be a
folks.
possibility. We don't know that for sure.
Yeah, that would be my guess. But that's a fair pricing. It feels like an indie game, which is weird for such a big name title.
I'm curious.
I personally wasn't interested in playing a John Wick game. I was pretty satisfied with the movies, honestly.
I mean,
John Wick Chronicles, PC, Steam, $16.79 actually right now.
1679. Okay,
Isn't it
But
Hex?
it just went on sale.
Just wait a second. I might check.
Wow.
It might not be doing too the market that it's in. Like,
Wait, question.
I'll check it out. So,
Is it John Wick Hex? Because that one's showing
there's
up as well.
only one John Wick.
Because for me it showed John Wick Hex. And why does it say Chronicles? Well, Javi said Chronicles.
Well, that's just... I went on Google real quick and looked it up under shopping to see the price.
Yeah.
Oh, it's different, that's why. John Wick Chronicles and John Wick Hex.
See, the
They look
graphics
different.
of this kind of reminds me of... there was an RVB animation discussing the background of two of their characters. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I feel like that in and of itself, given that it was relatively low tech and not, super spacey, I feel like that could be within the John Wick universe.
Yeah, it's not bad. So
we had the John Wick one. What else did we
John
have?
Wick, Predator dropped. I did not play the beta, but I've been playing it now that it's out. It's following the monster, a single enemy versus a team of 4 playstyle, which is horrible to try to balance. That being said, you have 2 sides. You have the human side, which is a group of 4, I think, U.S. soldiers, Army, Marines, blah, blah, blah.
I can't wait until I find out what the other side is.
Oh yeah, you'll never believe it. But for the human side, as far as I've seen, not played because I don't want to play the humans. It's like playing Survivor, but with guns.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, so you play as humans. You have an objective. There are multiple hostile camps in this. I guess it's in the setting of the first Predator movie. I think you're in like a scuffed Vietnam. I'm not 100% sure. But basically, you have to go in, suppress enemy forces, complete some objectives, and then escape or plant a bomb or different end-game objectives, I think. Basically, take care of your objectives, get the fuck out, turn on the generators, escape, and you're good. Now, as this is all happening, the 5th player, which is the enemy player, gets to play as the Predator.
Oh my god, that's what you get to play
Never
as?
believe it. Now,
Big
here's
fucking
the thing.
surprise.
Here's the thing. The Predator is weaker than a single player.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
You know what, actually,
When I first see that, it didn't make sense to me. I'm like, Predator should be kicking everyone's ass. And then I realized, no, in all the movies, humans have been able to be predators and one-on-one fights.
Yeah.
Consistently. So consistently, it's a little... But you do get a bunch of gear when you unlock it. When you start off, you get jack and shit. When you start off, all you get is a syringe that heals you. His little hand knives where you can slash people to death. And you get a laser cannon that fucking blows up anyone it shoots, but you have to hit them relatively square. And that sucks. Like, Predator feels underpowered. If the enemy team sees you and guns you down, it's over. There's no coming back from that.
I mean, to be fair, that's always been what Predator's about.
Yeah.
The stealthiness.
Now, that's the thing. You have to be stealthy. You have to fight unfair. You have to actually be good to kill anybody.
So it sounds like the skill margin is relatively high, at least for Predator.
For Predator, for the other one, it's like you're playing like a third-party Call of Duty. You're fighting enemies, and then if you see a Predator, just gun it down. That being said, the Predator's movement in the trees feels so fucking satisfying.
Yeah.
Because as a predator, you can move through the trees, and you haul fucking ass on the trees, and it's like the best movement around. Predator has a number of different gadgets that you can unlock, but your base gadgets are, Predator vision, and it looks like the old school Predator vision. You know, that shitty heat-seeking light.
The thermal type shit.
Thermal, which doesn't look really like thermal, but like the blue thermal. It's really good. It's really good. It's really good. But
is it? Is it
here's
really
the
all
shit.
that good?
It's good if they're within eyesight. If the enemy players are not within eyesight, it doesn't do jack and shit. Like, literally, at the beginning of a match, I can never find the enemy team. I have to wait till they fucking start shooting their guns and follow the bullets to find them. Because if they're not shooting, I can't find them. What's up?
Question: Are you?
Your outfit.
I feel like one of the things that's kind of a staple of Predator.
I like your outfit.
You know, throughout all the
need to
media
dye my
is the active camouflage.
I'm gonna dye it orange.
So, if you've ever watched
That's so funny.
Is
if
it?
you've ever watched the
Wait, is
Predator
Daphne an
movies,
orange head or is she more of a redhead?
Daphne's
Orange.
Isn't orange head red
Oh
head?
my god.
Excuse me?
I just ended so many people.
Dear lord.
It's orange.
Dang. Yeah, she has orange hair.
Oh, look, you
I like the
found
van.
no, it's not a... You're not the real Fred. You're the ascot.
The only thing that was even close.
Hold the ascot.
I don't have the ascot.
Oh shit.
No!
Daniel, why?
And now.
Because my car likes to throw people out of the fucking car during this mission.
Anyways, but continuing with it. Yeah, Predator has that telltale shimmer when he goes invisible. When a Predator is invisible, it slowly drains their energy. Yeah, Predators have fucking battery cells that recharge when they're not doing anything, but when they're using it, it drains pretty fast. When they use their weapons, it drains in almost 3 hits, depending on what you're, depending on perks and what you're using, right?
Yeah.
Predator vision drains, invisibility drains, and if you use it all at the same fucking time, your battery's just gonna die. So,
Hey Daniel, you should hire me.
turn it off in short bursts. If a Predator's hauling ass with the invisibility, it's hard to see them, but you can see the shimmer like clear as day.
Hey.
Also joining us, we have
Hey, what's up, anyway?
Anime Hood, aka Adam.
We're
Sorry, I'm
talking
late.
about the Predator.
I even have a purple car, dude, so it can match my outfit.
Yeah, that's dope.
I'm like, this car is perfect for my outfit because I'm Daphne, so.
Adam, have you picked up the new
I need to dye my hair.
yet?
No, I
you played the
haven't.
beta, though.
I played the
Where
beta.
is it?
Yeah, I was gonna ask
The
your
closest one
input on
is-
comparison from
Ah,
beta
found
to
it.
full game.
Well, by the sound of it, doesn't sound like they fixed much from the beta, which is kind of sad. Because, like, at least it's a $30 release.
Yeah,
Say
it's
if you-
pretty cheap.
If you like Friday the 13th, except you want to also play Scuffed Evolved, then you probably pick up.
Yeah, I think in a weird way it's better than Evolved. In a weird way, it's not as polished as Evolved.
That's
Is
for
it
sure.
better than Friday the 13th though?
No.
That depends on. They're both two different types of games. Your objective is never to truly kill Jason in Friday the 13th. Can you do it? Sure, but that's extreme circumstances. In this one,
Which we learned that we don't have.
in this one, it's like you're a counselor fighting 4 fucking Jasons. It's not going to end well.
What the
That's
fuck?
not even wrong. It's absurd. Like, if the fire team has any sort of mic communication at all, and they have, you know, at least one chromosome to their name, they're gonna stick together, and you're gonna have a hard time.
Oh yeah. Your best chance at killing them is in the middle of a firefight when they're distracted. But if they're distracted, they're also alert and looking at the trees, and if one catches you, you're fucked. I did manage to find some strategies that worked, which are really dick strategies that don't recommend, but because I've been playing Predator nonstop. The one that seems to work the best, which is also the dickest move, to just rob somebody. Because that's what I like to do, just rob people in games.
Well, what does that mean? What does that entail?
Like I get an unfair victory.
Well, like, okay, what is the strategy
Okay,
of
here's the
robbing
strategy.
them?
So, one of the ways you can win as a human is you take out all the camps, complete your objectives, call the helicopter, and get to the chopper, right?
Right, yes. Yes.
When you get to the chopper, the chopper's site is under attack by enemies, and you have to like get to the chopper as fast as possible, right?
Yeah.
That is the best fucking moment to just run in and stab everybody, because they're trying to both get away, shoot at the other enemies, and they don't see you coming in. You just run in, stab everybody, and if someone is missing a chromosome, they'll accidentally touch the escape and leave their friends to die.
Fucking beautiful.
I stole a game. They've taken no damage. They spotted me every time. But the moment that chopper was in place, I fucking robbed them. Down 3 of them as the last person touched the rope. And he's like, oh no, because he left just friends. And the other 3 raged on the mic, just fucking screaming at him like, why would you leave us? He's right there.
Oh, hi.
Nah,
You know?
the best way I've found to do it,
Yeah.
if you can get in a melee with someone and you've got the spear
I'm sorry.
or the fucking
God.
the club, you
yeah.
wreck house, because the spear and the club have that range that keeps them from being able to run away
Yeah.
from you.
All melee weapons, like you have to get them in a close space and just melee the shit out of them. Shooting weapons are almost gimmicky, and unless you get all your perks on increasing range damage, it's not gonna matter. The best you're doing is chipping away at them slowly as you wait for the perfect moment to jump down and fuck them up.
But the question is, you chip away at them slowly. You said that, as a human, you're basically playing scuffed Call of Duty.
Yeah, you're playing Call
Yeah.
of Duty.
But, hang on. Does their health come back?
What?
Yeah,
In
they
the
can
same-
heal.
They
have-
can heal.
They have
they can
stamina,
heal,
and
have
they have-
hacks. They can revive each other. You can pick perks to help you on the ground. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot you can do to stay alive. One of the most annoying things that happened to me is I jumped down somebody, had to jump away because their team started suppressing firing me. I go into the trees, they're still shooting at me, and in less than a second, they already revived that dude, and I could not down him again. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like the squads come with predetermined bonuses, and they also get perks. You could do what I did in the beta, and just run an assault with only close range weapons, and hunt the fucking predator. And it's even worse than it was in the beta, because now you can get the owl trained perks and do bonus damage against predators.
Yeah. That being said, the NPCs aren't necessarily not a problem. They are a problem. Because if they swarm you and you're unprepared, you're gonna get fucked. You shouldn't, but you can. And if you're having to deal with the Predator and the NPCs at the same fucking time, it's the worst. Another thing you can do is, and this strategy I do not recommend because it's retarded, is go clear out the camps for the humans and hide in them. It is a dumb strategy that fucking works occasionally. Not often, but occasionally.
I'll tell you something that I've had work. You run in, and in one of the bigger camps, like the power plant area is a good one. You leap down, and you get on someone, you down them, and then you cloak, run away, and crouch, and you can heal right there, and they won't know shit because it's impossible to see the predator while he's sitting still
moving.
and crouch. You can't see him. Gage, when me and Gage were playing, I walked right up to his face, sat in front of him, I shot, didn't see him.
Now,
Man,
Mana.
best.
Final review score.
Final
We're
review
gonna
score,
move
it's
on.
hard to say. The game is still early at the, it's still in its early stages, from what I feel.
What do
I
you think
don't
they're
know.
gonna do to balance it? Like, it sounds like the Predator is, jolly well fucked.
That, yes, but also no. Although you are pretty fucked being the Predator, what you can do, like, there's a number of strategies you can go with
What would you judge it right now? If you had to put a number on it.
if I had to put a number on it, if you play with your friends on the human side, or if you play as a Predator, I would say it's a 6 out of 10 isn't bad.
Yeah, 6 or 7.
It's serviceable. There hasn't been a game-breaking glitch that has just ruined my experience. Nothing like
And how's the connection been up to this point?
that. Action-wise, I haven't seen
I know in the beta we struggled to find people. I don't know if that's still a thing.
it. That's,
But
I mean, it's not as bad as fucking Dead by Daylight, if you want to give it a metric.
Yeah, right. See, now that's the metric I was thinking about, just because I know that Dead by Daylight has the biggest problem.
Dead by
but-
Daylight is either really quick or freaking 15
Forever.
hours of waiting, and it's like,
Look,
I
man,
love
I used to love streaming Dead by Daylight, but
that's a pain.
way too much of it was just, all right, guys. Well, we're gonna be sitting in this queue, staring at the fucking wall.
That's
facts.
perfect for podcasting.
True.
Oh boy, I know that fucking feeling.
But,
But okay, let's move on. I wanna. So, who here actually knows how to pronounce Elon Musk's baby's name?
I had it, but I can't fucking remember. It's like
you can.
I-
I mean, it's just-
it's like
Well, so
AX12.
I looked it up. The actual pronunciation is X Ash A12.
Also, Javier, you gotta send me an invite to the session.
I feel
Yeah,
like
got you.
the actual pronunciation is Elon Musk's child. That
You
is-
know
Man's
what?
got a point.
That is
He's got a
Solid.
point.
Fucking solid.
they will be called that for the rest of their lives.
That is what they're going to be known as. Also, I like the fact that someone asked the mother, like, "Oh, what's the gender of the baby?" And her response was like, "Oh, I don't want to reveal that because maybe later on down the line, that's not what they're going to identify as, and I don't want them to be subjected to anything because of it." And then someone's like, "Hey, Elon, what's the gender of the baby?" "Oh, it's a boy."
Hey,
Just
sorry, I don't
straight
mean
up.
to, sorry, I'm gonna get going. I'm feeling sick. I don't feel good. So, later. Sorry to make
Yeah.
it early leave. I'm fucking
That's
tired.
fine.
And
Take
good,
care of
dude.
yourself, Daniel.
It's all
Later.
good. Bye.
Rest up.
Oh fuck! What? How what happened to me?
What do you mean? What happened to you? You're a person.
I was driving a vehicle perfectly through the roads, and somehow I went from driving on one part of the street to hitting a rail guard and then landing in a tree.
Adam, for some fucking reason, I can't invite you, so
So,
Wow. Probably
everyone's gonna
not
have to get a. Well, I was gonna say everyone's gonna have to fucking get an invite real quick.
Elon Musk's child.
It was just that, just so I could make that observation, tell people how it's actually pronounced.
Javier's
What I
just
really wanna
flexing
move on
that he
to.
looked it up.
That I occasionally look things up for podcasts.
Googled
Yes.
information that will have no relevance to us or future generations.
You're through to your garage. You need me to bring you
how
a
much
ride?
about what we talk about is going to have relevance to future generations?
I
feel
Who's
like
gonna
this
look
next-
back?
I feel
I'll
like
bring
this
it by.
next thing is gonna have.
Predator will always have impact on every generation.
Will it? I feel like it doesn't have all that much staying power.
I don't.
Uh.
I mean, that's subjective.
Depends on how much of a fucking nerd you are, to be honest.
That's fair. That's
like-
also fair.
Like the Predator movies were big. They had other movies. They're still having movies.
I mean, when was the last Predator movie? Because the last
Like,
one I remember
last
is
year?
Predators.
Yeah,
What?
last year. There was a Predator movie last year.
Oh wait, you know what? Yeah, that's.
You're living under a rock.
Yeah.
Listen, man. For some reason, I was thinking that as one of the aliens movies.
Yeah, hold on.
I don't know why.
Also,
Wait, what?
That's also
Why would you
true.
think that?
Because they're connected.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
they
right.
are connected. I mean,
I
what do
don't
you mean?
know if that's canon anymore.
It's not canon, but everybody's like, yeah, Predator versus Alien is a thing. Don't worry about it.
I mean, that was the first time I was exposed to them as any form of media. But either way, let's talk about. I know Adam wants to talk about this.
Yeah.
What do you want?
We're gonna talk about Cyberpunk. So it's something that it's common, or it's relatively common knowledge. But Cyberpunk is going to have customizable genitalia.
No,
Wait, what?
that's a mistake.
That's what do you mean? That's gonna be fucking hilarious.
Okay. Because that means one of three things. Either we're gonna see it, and it's not gonna be as in depth as everybody wants, or it is gonna be as in depth as everybody wants, and it's gonna be a fucking nightmare.
Exactly. It's just gonna be Dark Souls like character customizations, but for like absolute
For
awesome.
penis.
Okay. Here's my concern: is that imagine everyone's like ready to put big ass dicks on their characters,
Yes.
right? And then they find out there's just like a bulge slider, and it's not that good. Everyone's gonna be fucking pissed.
No. They have shown parts of the slider, and it's a little ridiculous.
How in
From what
depth it goes.
Yeah, so from what I've seen from the teaser images, they only showed the woman, but it's in depth enough. But I think the real thing here is it's not that you can it's not just a bulge slider, it's that you can basically play like, what are those fucking, I can't remember. It's like you can play a fucking slot machine with your character's sexual organs.
It's like, am I gonna get lucky or not?
But not even. It's like you can just put a whole bunch of shit on there if you want. And I think that, while not super important in and of itself, is gonna create some pretty funny memes.
I feel like there's gonna be like a bejeweled type of meme, or what is it? Bedazzle? Bedazzle.
Bedazzle?
Yeah.
Good lord. What are you gonna bedazzle your views?
Hey, don't ask me. Ask them.
My greatest concern is Cyberpunk will not live up to its hype.
Dude, it's CD Projekt Red. They made the fucking Witcher. They can do Cyberpunk well. Cyberpunk's
Yeah.
hype is relative
Look,
to.
Cyberpunk's
I feel like a
hype,
lot of the hype was born because of Keanu Reeves, though.
Look,
I mean, you're right.
Look, Cyberpunk hype is still just hype. That does not translate to game longevity or enjoyment. You're going to have to wait and see when it drops.
See, that's why they have the dick slider. That's for it to have the enjoyment.
Like, dude,
Question
if they have
is
all the
dick-
shit that-
Hold on. Is the dick slider limited by gender? That is the true
no.
question.
It's
The answer
not.
is
That's
no.
the thing.
That is the thing. Like, if you want to be a woman with a giant ass penis, you know what? There you go.
Kudos.
Yeah.
Yes, that
Now,
is exactly what I was fucking getting at. Is that you can just have a dick.
No. Well, here's the thing. We had a conversation about this.
We had
before.
a fucking conversation.
We had way too many conversations about this.
Yeah, we
but
went on about
we
this a little too long.
But the question is, like, what if it does affect gameplay? Like, oh, you have to have a certain fucking either certain gender or a certain penis size to get into certain areas.
Jesus
like, if you want to get into the cock club, you have to have a tiny cock.
That's fucking brilliant,
Oh
and I
my
hope it's a thing.
Oh, I see that you have a. I see that you have like a 12-inch schlong there. Sorry, you can't come in. Only people with 2 inches can.
Sorry, this is only for the small peepees. Mondo's just there in the
Mondo's
background.
Hi
about to
guys.
say.
Every time
Goddamn,
you
why
talk
do we
to
always
him.
just blame Mondo?
I mean, listen, we do that to Mondo and we do that to Mario.
Mario, poor Mario, he didn't deserve that meme.
Mario deserves
Yeah,
everything.
you guys
he
are
gets.
jerks.
Mario literally will not join a D&D game unless he gets to sing.
Facts.
See, now, yeah, that's okay. Hang on, let's bring that up too. So we were running a D&D session where everyone was going to play as goblins except for me, because the goal was goblins are expendable. Now, Mario refused to join us, and I kept asking him like, "Hey, you sure you don't want to join? I know you've been wanting to get back to D&D," and no, nothing. So before Mena showed up, Ivan said as a joke, like, just tell him that he's gonna get a waifu out of this, and I'm like, that's not gonna fucking work. I'll message him that as a no. I messaged that as a joke. He showed up immediately. Like, it was scary how fast he showed up.
Man, it's them fucking Simpsons. Let me tell you what. He knew.
Well, that's the thing. As soon as it was revealed that he wasn't gonna get it immediately, he's like, "Nah, I'm out."
That boy has some stories in his pants.
Shit was funny.
I feel like Mondo would do the same thing too.
You're right.
I mean, to be fair, Mondo has played with us without getting a waifu.
Mondo's also disappeared for most sessions.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, fuck this. If I can't have a waifu, then why am I even in here?
Just give him a bitch with heels, call it a day.
To be fair, his second session playing with us, he almost got his penis off. His
What?
penis cut off.
Yeah.
And then the very last session that he played with us, he did get his penis cut off, and he died from it. Because that was the goblin thing.
Hey, that's me. I cut his penis by accident.
Look, I'm just saying that there was way too much
shit.
pissing in that in that session.
Well, what did
What
you
the
fucking
goddamn
expect?
fuck?
Ivan is a monkey. All of us. Without question or exception. Retarded.
The smartest goblin of them all got my hands cut off.
Oh my
Fair. You just kind of put your hands on a guillotine. It's like it's gonna be perfect. Nothing.
I have so many questions yet. I'm not sure if I should ask.
I mean, where would you like to
Slow
start?
down and come here. Let me get in your car. I'm gonna smack the shit out of you.
Look, man, you should have told me earlier.
That just sounded weird.
I'm gonna.
Look, man,
I'm
you
gonna
can't
smack
give me
you
the
right
backhand of going. You're missing your fucking hand.
Oh, that's right. And
Man, a lot of
amazing-
hands get cut off.
Dude, we lost so many limbs last session. We lost a foot and a fucking hand.
So many limbs, it almost felt like you were George Lucas.
I got that joke.
Like, I feel next episode is just gonna be every 5 seconds. You amputate my arm now.
See, that's also the concern. If one of us takes a straight arrow and it's a limb, it's like, well, I mean, you can cut it off. That is the bit.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to walk out of here as a strong.
No,
nugget.
you're trying to walk out of here. That's the issue.
No,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we went over this. We're trying to crawl out of there.
Yeah.
No, wait, hang on. I feel like crawling is actually the best option because even Redmond will be able to do it. Rest in peace, that man's leg.
Hey, man, I have a fucking greatsword and I have one arm. I'm gonna have to nightmare from Soul Calibur 6 this shit. Just get fucking jacked in one arm.
Yeah, I
Pull
mean,
off
who
Quagmire
knows?
from
Maybe,
Family Guy, just focus on one arm.
you know what, man? We'll go Full Metal Alchemist. We'll get you another arm. I believe in
Rebuild
us.
him. We have the technology. Speaking of, fucking RoboCop is in MK11.
Oh yeah,
Fucking
they're
lying.
dropping.
Oh.
They're dropping more
Look at-
DLC for MK11, and
Hold
it's
on,
gonna be
hold
story
on.
DLC.
I saw that story DLC. I was like, what the fuck is this? Mortal Kombat like 11 Aftermath, I was like, what the fuck is this?
Dude, I'm hyped. Can't wait. I don't even play
He's
Mortal
hyped.
Kombat 11 and I'm excited.
If I remember right, RoboCop is not only coming to Mortal Kombat, he's a part of the story.
Yeah,
no
he was a
fucking
part
way.
of the... they literally showed him in the trailer.
Is
With his
Arnie
fucking-
gonna be in this story?
I hope so.
No,
That'd be
probably not.
amazing.
RoboCop versus Terminator.
Can you imagine?
Oh, we can
Terminator
finally settle that fucking death battle.
Can you imagine
That battle was
Terminator
bullshit.
just like looking at RoboCop like you are a bastard child? Explain your existence.
Speaking of Death Battle, did anybody see the new fucking Death Battle that came out?
What was
Which one was it?
It's Kakashi versus Obi-Wan.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
That's some bullshit.
I gotta
Alright.
see that. Why? Because Obi-Wan
Mad.
won?
Yeah, because okay, so the thing
Yeah.
about
Hold on.
Star Wars.
I need to stop you there.
Let me
Because I haven't
finish.
seen it,
Okay.
and I predicted that Obi-Wan would win. Just
Well, yeah,
logically.
Okay, so let me give you this. Let me give you the breakdown of it. Basically, any movie we've ever seen Obi-Wan in, if it was just a movie Obi-Wan, Kakashi would have fucking wiped the floor with him.
Okay,
but
hold
because
on.
it's Star Wars,
Let me
That-
explain to you why that's not true. Because this would be the first swing of the battle if it went 100% true. Because
Well, why would it just be movie Obi-Wan?
no,
that's what I'm saying.
Let's
It's
take
like,
it with just movie Obi-Wan.
Okay.
Obi-Wan swings his lightsaber. Kakashi, who has fought multiple sword users and always goes out with the same moves, he pulls up a little knife in front of his torso to block and deflect. If that were to hit his lightsaber, it would cleave through the metal, cut through his hand, cut through his shoulder, cut through his body.
yeah, that's monkey as fuck. You act
it's
like
not.
Obi-Wan has a sword.
Well,
Obi-Wan
I
has
mean,
a fucking
it,
lightsaber.
it's a light sword.
Yeah,
Right.
Kakashi has like dealt with shit similar. He would not expect a ball of fucking bolt. You have to
But
understand.
to be fair, Obi-Wan would turn it on, and he would see that. Which I mean, that comes up where the only reason that didn't happen is he did the fucking lightning kunai shit.
Yeah, the fucking Rakiri.
That should
Like-
still not functionally work.
I mean,
Given the
Yeah,
basic
actually, it totally should work.
why? In what
Electricity
form?
will turn off lightsabers.
That is not true.
That is
yeah,
true.
hang on.
That
Where's
actually
your
is.
evidence of that?
Because
I
there's
mean-
multiple instances where Jedi have redirected lightning with their
But
lightsabers.
no, they use the Force.
No,
Through
no,
the
no.
light.
They use the lightsaber.
No,
Yeah.
you
That
can
is
ask
literally-
a lot of there's a whole fucking thing about it.
Yeah,
Force,
there's a whole fucking thing about it. Because but
Force
regardless-
lightning will turn off lightsabers.
You're
The only
right,
reason
but it's
it
not
does
Force lightning.
that's all Force lightning
it's-
is lightning.
No. Force lightning is a specific form of it. The difference is you're dealing with chakra lightning, which is literal lightning.
Because electricity in the past, a high enough electric voltage has turned off lightsabers before. The thing
You're
is,
right.
it's not movie Obi-Wan. It's extended material Obi-Wan with like Jedi Knight powers, and
Okay,
it's
look,
fucking
man.
Star Wars, so there's nothing
'cause
anyone
he's the
can do about that.
He's a fucking Jedi.
Even that being said, you don't really truly need the extended material. If you look at just Obi-Wan's fighting style and how he is the trolling master, there is no.
I really feel like Kamui was underused in this because Kakashi can just run away and send him
Look,
into the fucking Shadow Realm.
The
But-
issue is Kakashi.
Didn't he try
is-
to send him into the Shadow Realm and you
on.
dodged that? That's what it would be.
I don't
Yeah.
think you can
Could-
dodge
Dodge.
Kamui though. I don't think you can dodge Kamui. I don't think that's how that
Okay,
works.
hold on. I just want you isn't that a visual-based jutsu?
It is.
All the Sharingan is.
Okay, I would like to
All the Sharingan
remind
powers.
you that all Jedi train blindfolded. Like, he does not need
What
to
it-
look at him
No,
visually.
Kakashi. Obi-Wan doesn't need to see Kakashi. Kakashi needs to see Obi-Wan.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing about it. They brought it up in the aftermath explanation. With the Force, just crushes fucking Lorenz. But I mean, that's not how the actual battle went.
Yeah,
But
Get it.
with that in mind, it's like, Kakashi's jolly well fucked.
But,
I mean,
yeah,
you're
like-
right, but that's what I'm saying is Obi-Wan never does any of that in the movies.
No, you're right, but you have to remember
Because
Death
he
Battle.
doesn't kill in the
It's
movies.
Death Battle. Everything's no hold bars.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. What the point I was gonna get at is that there's a lot of shit that you can do with the Force that is completely inconsistent because the
Yes.
Force is nebulous as hell, and they give
Yes.
no explanation for it at all. It's basically just magic.
They give several explanations for it and the amount that anyone can do or train for. And all we can do is quantify Obi-Wan's
How
fucking
much
ability.
How much someone can use it, which I mean,
Look,
Obi-Wan
the-
can.
The thing about the fight, or the thing about the matchup is Obi-Wan can fight anyone, Kakashi can fight ninjas. That is the distinct level
mean,
of their abilities.
Not
Because-
even. It's just
No, yeah,
like
because Kakashi, his entire set is to be able to take on powerful ninjas.
Come on,
That's
bud.
what he built
You're missing
his
out here.
Entire fighting style around.
okay,
The
but
ability-
even if
And
he had
copy them.
yeah,
even if he had been even then, the Force is such a nebulous thing that you can do fucking whatever with it. I mean,
I
hell,
mean, you
in
can't
the
create
new
a
movie,
fucking mech suit of Force with it.
I mean,
can.
you can do that.
Have they done
They're-
that?
they have done that.
They have
Oh
done
my
that. That's-
fucking god!
You can do pretty much whatever you want with it because there's no real definition of its power. It's just magic, but everywhere.
Look, man, a ninja with an eye condition against a space wizard. I'm sorry, there's only one clear wizard.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Is like
It-
I don't know how
it's so-
anyone could pit Kakashi against what is essentially a fucking sorcerer from D&D, but is also good at magic,
Yeah, but to
or
be
also
fair,
good at sword fighting.
that is literally the point.
You took a few levels in fighter.
Yeah.
That's what it was. He just never runs out of fucking spells.
No, it's
like-
more along the lines of he took 20 levels in fighter and 20 levels in sorcerer.
Yeah,
Well, Kakashi should have reallocated his levels better.
Obi-Wan's also really, really good at hand to hand.
I feel like I would be covered in the 20 levels of fighter. But nah, my point is that that's not exactly a fair battle, in my
It's
opinion.
not a fair battle, but it's not a fair battle. It's a death battle.
Wait,
It's
I,
like, oh, what? What's up?
I have
Yes.
a question. For the Kakashi part, is it pre-Fourth War or post-Fourth War? Pre is with Sharingan?
It's supposed to be at his strongest point.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
So he would probably have, like, if it was his strongest point, probably while he's got Obito's other eye. I don't actually know because I didn't watch
That
the
was like
the whole thing.
yeah, that was kind of like not exactly a long-lived thing.
It was
was-
just during the fight with Pain
Yeah.
and Kaguya.
It was a one-shot thing.
Well,
It's like,
with Kaguya, he received both of Obito's eyes,
Yeah, that's what I said.
whereas in Pain, it was just only one,
Did he just
one
have
eye.
the one? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's been a while. I haven't finished all of
the
Shippuden
point
yet.
being is, I think the match results are conclusive. Like, also, that's the thing. I've never had a problem with Death Battle's results. I've never seen one that's like, nah, that's bullshit. I mean, I think some of the matchups have been stupid,
Yeah, for sure.
but I think the results are pretty accurate.
I've actually been watching a lot
I
of
re-
death battles recently.
I remember there was a Toph versus Garo death battle,
Yeah, there was.
and a lot of people were mad, like, why would Toph win? I'm like, okay, because you have to understand, one of them does not have quantifiable strength, and the other does.
This is true.
You know, because like Gara could only use his sand, but Toph could use his sand. It's
And,
there is
Gara can only use his sand as far as his chakra will take him.
yeah.
Mhm.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
it seems like as far as what you can bend, just stretches as far as, you can physically do.
I can't.
I feel
I can't
along the
wait.
lines of like, if you were to, it's like throwing fucking Goku against Superman. That was fucking stupid because you're throwing someone who's got quantifiable powers against someone who doesn't.
See, but
Because it's not like you can run out of force or run out of bending power. At least from what I know.
What are you talking? Oh, for Buff? I want to
Yeah.
ask more about what you were talking about Superman, because I was about to say I can't wait till the next death battle where it's fucking Superman versus Ultra Instinct Goku. That'll be a fun fight.
I wonder who will win.
Who knows?
It might not be fucking Superman again because the man has literally done nigh fucking impossible shit in like his first comic book.
Superman can't lose. It's
No, like that's what I'm saying. Is the that matchup is fucking stupid.
You need to be the dude with the fucking kryptonite.
Yeah,
But, like, in the very first death battle, if I recall, kryptonite came into play and Goku destroyed it. He's like, nah, man.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna.
Goku's
Yeah, because I'm not.
poison.
Vegeta would beat the shit out of
Vegeta would
Superman.
have used that. Oh, dude, no. Here's what we need. We need No, not Darkseid. I was gonna say who can we put Frieza against? That's the big question.
I feel like
Palpatine?
Frieza gets fucking dunked on by a lot of people.
That's the difference. Is that Frieza doesn't hold back on anything.
Here's the better question. Who can we put Yamcha against?
Hold on.
All right, give
Shut
me
up.
a few years in like
need to
airbending, and I'll dunk on Yamcha.
You need to
Oh
find,
god.
for Yamcha, you would have to find somebody that is also an anime baseball player.
Simple. That one guy from Smash. That one little kid from
Ness.
Smash.
Ness.
Oh my fucking god.
Ness would
Ness would
beat
probably
his
fuck
ass.
the shit out of Yamcha.
Actually, now that if you think about it, Ness could probably be Kakashi. On the pure fact that he is also a space wizard. Hello, people. That was not expecting.
Hello. Fucking Ness.
Ness is
I
a
feel
space
if
wizard.
there was a good one in Naruto, I feel like the one with Sasuke in it was pretty good, and that was one that I was like, that's kind of
one?
bullshit. But
Sasuke versus who?
Hi, I think it's Hiei.
Well, it was yeah, from
Hyde.
Yu Yu Hakusho, no?
Yeah, the edgy one from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, yeah,
one
the
with
one
all
with
the
the dragon.
eyes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
He's got the spiked up hair and the headband.
How did
yeah, I
Yeah.
thought that one was a
turn out?
little off, but I feel like of all of the ones with Naruto in it, that one is the most accurate.
Why? I mean, why did Sasuke win in that one?
No, Sasuke lost in that one.
How the fuck? Hyde is kind of monkey. I haven't seen Yu Yu Hakusho. in a
His
long
name
time.
is Hiei. That's how it's
Hiei, yeah.
pronounced. I remember.
I don't precisely remember exactly how he won, but I feel like the Sasuke that they were using had an explicit weakness. It was that he didn't have any experience with his Renegon, and that is what made the difference. Was him not
yeah,
being
so
able
then
to
it's-
use the other paths of the Renegon other than the one that absorbs chakra.
It's a pre.
It's
So it's
it's not
pre-
adult Sasuke. It's not
yeah,
adult.
Oh, so it's
it's
post
kid
Fourth
Sasuke.
War.
It's post. It's like
It's pre-Boruto.
Battle of Battle of the
Boruto.
End. Sasuke, like
Yeah.
last
Okay.
Battle of the End.
All right,
Before it
final
gets
battle
Naruto.
Sasuke.
Okay,
Yeah.
Teenage Sasuke.
Yeah, and in that one I was like, yeah, I can see that. Sasuke gets fucking dunked on by some people there, and like, he's strong, but Hiei's got specific things that allow him to do well against elemental damage. So I was like, yeah, I can see that. But also, I feel like if Sasuke had mastered the Renegon, probably would have fucked all over him.
Yeah, probably.
Another thing.
Has anybody seen the Punisher versus Deadpool comic? Just since we're
No.
talking about versus, that one is the funniest shit I've ever seen. Because Punisher just mops the floor with Deadpool, and it's so stupid. how he does it, and I love it. Because basically, he, like, Deadpool's like, oh, there's a contract out of your head, Frank. What does he do? In the middle of Deadpool's quip, he shoots him right in the fucking forehead.
That sounds about right.
Hold on,
Yeah.
hold on. And it gets better. So what happens is, Deadpool gets mild amnesia when his brain is damaged, right? Even if it's just a few hours. So what he does is, he goes to the store, gets a bunch of Deadpool masks, replaces his mask, and be like, "Come on, Deadpool, we're taking out some guys." Deadpool's like, "Oh yeah, sure, Frank." And then Deadpool's like, "Wait a second, something doesn't add up. Wait,
That ain't gonna work. I can't bring it right now.
Beans him in the head again. Repeats the process for days. For days, he did this over and over again. And then finally, Deadpool avoided a shot, and they start fighting and attacking each other. And Deadpool almost kills Frank, and you know what Frank says?
What?
As Deadpool is choking him out. He says, "Martha."
No! No!
Deadpool lets go. Punisher and says, "Why did you say the name? What's her name? Your mother's name is Martha. Why did you say that name?" And then fucking Punisher gets mad, and he's like, "That's not my mom's name, you fucking dick." And he's like, "Oh, well then fuck you then." And he shoots the Punisher.
What the fuck?
And it was such a dumb bit.
I mean, dude, you know,
I
it's
need
a
to read
Deadpool
it
comic.
now.
Yeah, check it out.
See, I hear shit like this, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I do want to read comics, and then I think about it, I'm like, no, I don't.
It's
Never
very
mind.
specific issues. Like a comic that's getting popular recently. I read it like a year ago. Was the White Knight comics, right? And
And now why is it named White Knight?
it's an alternate
Go ahead.
Batman comic, right?
Okay.
Where Batman's going a little too hardcore crazy. He's chasing down the Joker, and he does not give a fuck. He's like slamming through things, destroying the city, trying to catch Joker. And
As you do.
and Joker has this weird medicine he's been taking, and Batman doesn't know what fucking is. But Joker keeps pissing him off, to the point that Batman shoves all these pills in Joker's mouth. So
Yeah.
what it is Joker has been developing a serum of sorts to stabilize his chemical imbalance. And the Joker turns sane.
What?
Oh my god.
And the version of the Joker this follows is the Jack Joker. You know? Not the like, you remember the gangster Joker from back in the day with the big ass coat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it kind of follows that identity of Joker. And what happens is he turns sane. A video circulates of Batman, causing Joker to overdose. And Joker, once he's in his right mind, legally, sues Batman and the Gotham City Police Department for, letting this happen. And this isn't normal Batman. He's a little crazier than he should be.
He's tipped a little bit too much into that side.
Yeah. And Jack, which, sane Joker, is very concerned over the state of Gotham and shit, but he needs to find a way of setting it right.
Right.
And here's the biggest plot twist that fucked me up. So he goes to apologize to Harley for all the years of shit he put her through. And the Harley does, like he even proposes to the Harley to an extent.
I like how you call her the Harley.
I'm getting to that.
Oh no.
So he proposes to Harley in an attempt to make right by her.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? You're not what the fuck happened to you? You're the Joker. You're the fucking Joker. When did you grow a vagina?
When did you grow a vagina?
Here's what happens. So she almost tries to like make Jack go back into being insane, and someone comes in and beats the shit out of her, and it's the original Harley. So here's the story.
What?
Yeah, this is a canon because you know the new 52 Harley, like from
Hello,
Suicide Run?
this is Morse Mutual
Yeah.
Insurance.
With the pigtails.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
original
one that
Harley
they usually
Quinn.
pair with Poison Ivy now.
Yeah. And oh no, she's always been paired with Poison Ivy.
I condone this.
But and then you remember the old school Harley Quinn that came out from the show?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
the
The
suit and everything.
full-on costume. Yeah, that looks
Yeah,
like
yeah. So apparently what happens is the original Harley left Joker when she realized he was crazy, which is always a story beat, right?
Right.
Like, she loved Jack and went crazy because she loved Jack, but after a while she couldn't take it. And Joker, being the insane psychopath that he is, just picked up some street girl, renamed her Harley, and that became the new 52 Harley, explaining the change.
Okay.
So what happens is old school Harley came back and
Yo, get over here right now!
is
It's
helping
going off!
Jack go back to normal, helping him become sane. And it's really touching. It's really sweet because it's no longer an abusive relationship. It actually makes sense. You know?
Because she was a therapist or some shit.
Yeah. So Dr. Harley Quinn or Dr. Harleen or Dr. Quinzel. It's called Dr. Quinzel.
Yeah.
Is kicking ass, helping Jack find his way, but Jack needs to reform Gotham. He needs to find a way of doing this. After becoming sane and helping out Gotham,
You calling for some wheels? I'm Johnny on the spot. I'll hook you up.
and he runs on the platform.
I'll bring it to you.
You know, we don't have to fight the Batman. You know, what he should do is share his technology with the police department, and then the police will be able to better handle the situations he tries to do alone.
All right. You know.
It makes sense.
Yeah. This makes sense. I'm waiting for the butt. I'm waiting for the bit that's about to come up.
So
But
the bit is that Bruce Wayne is using his influence to kind of, you know,
detract from the Joker.
yeah. And so what Joker does is he kills a villain, Jack, not the Joker. Jack not kills, but basically takes Clayface and some poison ivy venom. Right?
Right.
He paralyzes fucking Clayface. Takes the poison ivy venom, mixes them together, and infects all the villain population of Gotham, and uses them under mind control to kind of start a ruckus, right?
Right.
So he can
Okay, that's some real shit right there.
That's some real shit. But he's like, you know, I had to do this. So what he does is, while this is all happening and Batman and the police are distracted, he goes into City Hall and he discovers a bit of corruption. That he finds the people that have been, you know, keeping the town quiet. It's because the Wayne Foundation has been paying off all the damages that Batman causes.
Yeah.
So he figures that Bruce is blackmailing or bribing the city, and by exposing this, it starts to detract from Batman's influence and Bruce Wayne's influence, and fucking.
Yeah, I feel like this is some Telltale Games shit.
This is some hardcore shit. Jack from this point on shows that, you know, this is how much money it costs for us to deal with Batman. We don't even have to get rid of him. We can work together. We can do this. We can make it better. We can make Gotham great again. Let's not worry about that. And he actually does. So in this thing, Batman is getting more crazy because the Joker's becoming a politician and he's running for mayor, and he actually fucking wins.
And he's actually got some good fucking ideas.
Yes,
I think I've heard of this before.
Yeah, it's a good book. Now, he gets some good ideas, and he actually recruits Nightwing to help him out with his cause, because he's like, you don't have to work in shadows anymore. I want you to keep your anonymity, but you need to work with us. You need to work with the police. And they do. So the police start getting souped up with like their own makeshift Batman cars, and they're able to suppress the villain population. Also, since Jack kind of, has half of the mind control, his plan's working. The city's cleaning itself up. There's not a need for Batman. Right?
Right.
So
You still have a crazy Batman.
Oh, no. You have a crazy Harley. So the second Harley...
Oh, fuck.
Harley Quinn sees that Joker has gone sane. And she does not fucking like it. She's like, there's one thing I know. Joker will not stand me outshining you. Whenever I do better than him, he gives me that backhand.
The backhand of Boyne.
Yeah. So, I need to become the biggest villain in the fucking city. So she manages to find the mind control thing, and now she controls half the villains in Gotham. And she becomes not Harley Quinzel, but the new Joker, the Neo Joker.
Oh god.
Oh
This is
god.
like Neo Umbrella.
Now, here's where the main story deviates from most of the book. So she finds Dr. Freeze's lab and shit.
Yeah.
And
Usually he's referred to as
they
Mr. But
changed
yes.
Mr. Freeze. They changed him super hard in this one. So instead of
So
him
he's
being like,
not Arnie.
he's a fucking Nazi scientist.
Wait, what?
Excuse me?
Oh yeah. They did that hard. I was like, what the fuck? So basically, he was a Nazi scientist, right?
Right.
And the person that helped him escape and who he came to work for was Thomas Wayne, which means the Waynes had made a shitload of money off of Nazi technology.
Oh my dear lord.
Oh my god, which means like, dirty money and all that bit. And that would
Yeah,
also...
I feel like that's been coming up more recently. Or it's just in recent memory.
But that shit was insane. Like, it was a bunch of crazy shit. But basically, with this information, it was so much shit to it. Anyways, point being is that the Waynes are bad. Harley manages to get this giant freeze gun, and she's like, I'm gonna turn fucking Gotham into a Gotham symbol.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Using half the fucking villains in Gotham to protect her from the police as she sets up the fucking device to kill everybody. The police department has to figure out a way to deal with this, and Joker, or, what's his name? Jack approaches Batman and he's like, you can't do this without me. I know you hate me, I know you have your issues with me, but we need to save Gotham. I'm not asking you to help me. I'm asking you to save Gotham.
The ultimate,
So
you know what,
fucking
they're not...
Batman has to help Joker.
To take down Joker.
Yeah, but during this whole time, Batman's been researching, and he's like, you are still you're still the Joker. You're still a schemer. You're not a good citizen like you showed me. You mind controlled the villains to create all that havoc, all that destruction. You're still just the same twisted madman that you've always been. And so Batman gives him an ultimatum. He's like, if I help you take down this Joker that you created, you have to admit to all the crimes that you've done, to the riot of villains that you've created. And Jack agrees. It's like, all I want is to protect Gotham. Which is fucking insane. Which one of the covers is literally the Joker or Jack in a GCPD bulletproof vest riding in a fucking squad car with Batman to go after Neo Joker. It's insane. It is an insane story, and it's sick. Now, towards the end of these issues, Jack starts laughing. He starts occasionally reverting back. The medicine isn't doing enough. No matter how much medicine he takes, it's never enough anymore. He's going to
He's gonna dip back into old habits.
He's eventually gonna go back to being Joker, so he needs to take this Joker down before that happens.
Oh shit!
And it's sick. It's a great series, and that's about as much as I can tell you for now. But
it hasn't finished yet.
No, it finished basically.
Oh,
you have the conclusion, which is Joker and Batman beat the shit out of Neo Joker or Harley.
Yeah.
Harley Quinzel's been, Joker or Jack is slowly turning into Joker, and he's sad about it. But Harley, Dr.
Quinzel
has been there for him, and he loves her truly, and she loves him truly. And he says, before I go insane, I would like to marry you. In the last bit of sanity, I want to be the happiest man in the world, if you would be willing to grant my selfish request. And they do. They have a little ceremony, and it's cute.
How long does that last?
Oh, dude, right at the kiss, he turns back into Joker, and she's fucking terrified.
Oh, God.
Is Batman there as the best man ready to go?
Oh yeah, Batman's just beating the shit out of Joker immediately.
Damn, what a fucking wedding day.
And then at the end of all this, Joker back in Arkham, the city better because Batman is now working with the police and hit their own squad of fucking Batmobiles. Right?
Right.
Which is good. Like it's good and bad at the same time because police and increased arms.
And that Gotham PD has shown that they are generally corrupt.
Hey, boss.
But with enough resources and with enough pay, they don't need to be corrupt.
This is also true.
It's like what Columbia did. They made a special task force that were uncorruptible. They were paid so well, nobody could bribe them. They were trained so well, nobody could fight them.
Sounds like the fucking Wolf Brigade from that one anime movie.
It is basically what it is. Now, at the end of it, Batman confronts who set up all this shit to be in motion, and it was Dr. Quinzel. She came up with the medicine. She helped Jack, take down Batman and the Joker and Neo Joker and all the villains. And so he's like, so you were the one pulling the strings all along. You were the White Knight. No, fuck this. I'm out. I want off this fight.
Too bad you're already in.
It's really good. But yeah, that was pretty much the entire series.
Javier, you're gonna crash us into the fucking ground.
The artwork is fucking fantastic.
Best pilot in the world.
The artwork is fantastic. Come pick me up.
Where the fuck are you?
He's somewhere.
I got him.
Alright.
But I would check out the artwork at least because it's some very interesting visuals. And you gotta feel for Jack at the end of this adventure.
Like people felt for Arthur Fleck.
I don't know what you're referencing.
The new Joker movie? Monkey.
You want to run a job. Great. Perfect timing. This never would have happened when I was in with the mob. It would have...
I will survive.
looking in the right place. Where should I look?
Oh no!
You had two coming after you.
I jumped
Got
out
him.
a little too late.
Fucking got him.
But yeah,
You were too low. You would have hit the ground before you pulled the chute.
White Knight is great. Now,
White Knight, are we bringing up Mario? Where he at?
No.
Sim.
Unfortunate name.
Very unfortunate name. I feel like they would have thought about that a bit more.
It makes sense though.
It makes sense. You know, I was really, I was really waiting for that to come up though.
Yeah, well, it's because the book makes it seem like Joker is now the White Knight of the city, but it's Harley that has put the most effort and planning into helping Gotham. You know?
I actually heard a story very similar to this. I think it was official though. The Joker like goes sane or whatever, or I don't even think he goes sane, but he suddenly starts acting like a member of like the community. And he does a bunch of good shit. He's got all this funding and knowledge of the criminal underground, and he starts to like expose it to the cops or whatever. And the whole time he's playing Batman, like he's fucking with Batman because Batman is suspicious that he's gonna turn back and that he's gonna like, start fucking shit up again.
To be fair, he's done this a lot. Like,
Yeah.
he's gone legally sane to fuck with people all the time. I remember there's an actual episode about it in the show where he's like, oh, now I'm completely sane. Which means I cannot be held responsible for the things I did when I was insane.
Is that legally sound?
That actually is how that
technically
works.
is legally sound.
You can plead
I am
insanity
now-
and they'll let you off, except you have to go to therapy.
Yeah.
You have to go
But that's
to
the thing.
the
He was
cuckoo hospital.
He was criminally insane. And he's like, now I'm perfectly rational. And he gets fucked over by the mob and put into debt, which leads back into the life of crime. Which is funny as fuck. Because somebody knew, like, oh, I'm dealing with the Joker, he's probably gonna kill me. So I'm gonna take all the money he's gonna get and just make it counterfeit and make him pay it to the IRS. And Joker's like, oh fuck, I can deal with Batman, I can deal with the Justice League, but the IRS.
You know, I remember that fucking that panel. No one can fuck with the IRS, truly. Why the fuck did you die, Mena?
Utter dumb shit, probably.
I remember the other one where it's like Joker. Joker's more patriotic than we thought, and it's like there's a lot of things that I would do. I'll never work with a Nazi.
I may be, a psychopath, but I'm an American psychopath.
Yeah.
As he's about to punch Red Skull.
Yeah.
What? You're actually a Nazi?
Which is interesting because, and that's the joke, because he has a minion that comes up from time to time, which has never popped up in any of the movies or the shows because she doesn't like scream friendly.
Oh god.
It's this nasty chick, right?
Right.
I'm not sure if she wears it as a joke, but she literally has military pants and she has these big like swastikas duct taped to her tits. And
I can see why it's not on the big screen. Kind of sad.
Obviously. I mean, I think it's a joke. I don't know if it's real. I don't know where it lines up with the Joker head. But the interesting thing is that where I saw it was there was a fucking what's it called? There was a weird ass video. Or there was not a video. There was a weird ass scene. Because if you don't know, it's canon that Joker fucks people when he gets bored. Like, it's brought up multiple times that Joker likes to fuck. Also, it's also brought up that Batman, in most iterations, is a virgin. And that bothers me.
You know,
I don't believe that for a goddamn second.
I really don't. Like, here's the bit about that. Bruce Wayne, rather, is always known as the billionaire playboy.
But that's the thing, you gotta imagine. During the day, he goes out to show up functions and party, and at night, he goes out to be Batman and brood in the dark. When does he have time to fuck? Where
Catwoman.
No.
Catwoman.
Okay.
Poison Ivy, maybe on occasion.
Probably by accident.
Look,
Fucking Talia al Ghul.
Look, you're right.
Doesn't he literally have a child?
He literally has a child.
Yeah, he has a child, but the thing is,
shut up.
he's not the one
That was a more recent thing, to be fair.
No, she cloned him. That's not an actual child. That's literally
Bullshit.
just a
Why is
Batman.
Batman a virgin?
Wait, hang on. They had a movie where they were like, yeah, you know, she did some fuck shit with you.
Yeah, no, she lied. She literally took his DNA. And cloned
Now,
him.
hang on. There's many ways to take DNA. That's the thing.
No, I understand. I mean, but
Fucking
Batman
bots doing
in that
anything with
version,
child support.
in the version where Damien exists, Batman is a virgin, and they make so many references to him not understanding, like, sexual references that it's fucking hilarious. Like, you ever see The Killing Joke, the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorite lines from that movie is, like, Batman's talking to some street girls, right?
Right.
And he's like, where's Joker? Well, normally when he breaks out, he makes his rounds around here, but he didn't come this time. And he's like, why would he come here? And they're like, you know.
Oh.
You know. And Batman, like, actually does not understand what they are talking about. So, in multiple versions, Batman is canonically a fucking virgin. Like, it's wrong and hilarious.
So what I'm hearing is you have the Chad Joker and the Virgin Batman.
Yes!
This is wrong.
It's wrong, but it makes sense because imagine Bruce.
We need a
Is Bruce
sim
going,
Joker.
Is Bruce going after Bruce?
No. Some E-flop fucked him over too many times. No. Mario, why?
Hold on,
We need
hold
like
on.
a Joker that just simps for Harley Quinn.
Revolving back to the Nazi titty chick.
No.
Is that
What?
No, because this is what I'm getting at. There's this thing where Joker's like holding this woman and he's like, oh, thank you, dear. That was wonderful. And I did love you in my own special way. And he fucking cracks her neck and walks out of the room fixing his outfit. And the Nazi chick with the tits is standing there and he's like, clean up the trash.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? And meanwhile, on the other side, you have Batman talking to Vicky Vale. You don't know who Vicky Vale is, monkey.
Yeah.
She's the single best reporter ever. Facts.
That's Lois Lane.
No.
Actually, that would be
Wrong.
Superman.
No, he's a biased reporter. You know, best reporter ever? What do you call it?
Fucking J. Jonah Jameson.
J. Jonah Jameson.
Best fucking reporter.
Anyway, but back to the comic. Vicky Vale's like, oh yeah, Bruce, you want to spend some time together? And he's like, no, I'm busy. And you see him just put on the cowl and go out. And it's like, oh my god, is Batman a virgin? And Batman is a virgin, and it hurts me.
This is
Because if you think about it, it kind of makes a twisted amount of sense.
it makes a twisted amount of sense, and I don't like it.
Because he's too busy brooding. He's too busy brooding. Even in the animated show, where there was hints that he wanted to fuck Wonder Woman and then Wonder Woman wanted to fuck him, they never actually,
Oh, yeah.
I have a meme about this.
Oh my fucking! I know which meme this is.
But that shit's funny. Like I can't.
I'm just saying. Canonically a virgin. This is not okay.
It's just Mario. It's Mario, but a ninja.
Mario, but you know, productive.
No, Mario's productive. At least in the last few rounds. He's been doing something.
But yeah, those are comments about Batman.
You know, the logic is sound, and I hate that. Even when he's got, you know what? They fucking he's got a child, still a virgin. He's Joseph. His son is Jesus. This is bullshit.
Javier, where I'm currently at, there's a big ass junkyard.
Are you? I feel like I know which one you're at. Yeah, that looks about right. Yeah, that was one of the ones I was gonna show you, but you never got on for me to show you anything.
Yeah, you showed me the places that.
I didn't get to show you all the places.
Is that where we're going, Javier?
Yeah, might as well go over to him. Man, I had a place set up for the dude's fucking house too.
Yeah,
the dude's fucking house too.
But again,
Batman doesn't know about it.
Virgin Batman is a
Big big cursed energy, just like Cyberpunk and a girl with big in a cock.
No,
that's
but
not.
Here we are.
That's not cursed.
Wait, what did you say, Javier? Javier, I would like you to. Okay. So, big cursed energy, for sure. I saw some cursed shit today that I can't share on podcast.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like this is not the place.
No, I'll get us banned.
Yeah, listen. Getting me banned is one thing, but you're gonna be taking Kiko down with us.
Hold on.
A worthy that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Hold on. Question. This
Answer.
This is cursed as fuck. I showed it to Adam, but I don't think I've talked to you guys about it. Have I told you about the porn meme I came across?
Was it the Rick and Morty one?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's different.
I feel like that was a question we were supposed to ask on podcast, more or less relating to that, but...
No. So what happened was there was a... Oh yeah, so one day I was I went to Pornhub and typed in memes because I was curious.
Big brain. That's where I go for my memes.
Big brain.
And then I come across this video, and the video starts off with just the biggest, most stereotypical neckbeard holding a camera as he eats like a beaver tail. Do you know what a beaver tail is?
I mean, I know what a literal beaver tail is.
No, I mean it's like it's like this big donut.
Oh yeah. They serve those at the donut
like
shop
a big
nearby.
square donut.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
So he's like, and he's vibing, like, he's like bobbing his head. He has headphones on, aiming the camera as a dude bangs a chick with her legs in the air, right?
All right.
Like he's one of the cameramen, right? And
Yeah.
One of the other cameramen. Hold on.
Sorry.
Is looking at, is recording them, right? And he kind of focuses on the dude vibing for a second, and the dude is getting a close up of them fucking, right?
Right.
And he looks at the dude banging at the girl, and their eyes meet for a second, and the guy moves
Well,
his hand
at
forward
least they
and
know not to
pushes
mess
him
with us
back.
anymore. Maybe that will bring in the cool kids.
Yeah, I've seen this.
Now, the best part is the dude thinks for a second, leans forward, and takes a bite out of it, like a big old bite, as he's fucking this girl, and the girl just looks up at both of them with her mouth open, like, what the fuck? And then the clip cuts out, and it's the funniest thing I have ever seen.
It was the best shit.
I remember
that video.
It's so weird. It has such strange energy. Because everybody's vibing.
Strange energy.
Listen, man, King Energy right there.
gives off odd fucking chakra vibes. That shit's cursed as fuck. I've seen that. I saw that shit on Twitter. That was fucking hilarious.
Dude.
I'm sad. I forgot to send it to Javier.
You should.
You know what, Adam?
I think
You've
it's in our
disappointed.
I think it's in our last conversation.
Probably.
Yeah, but it's. Oh my god, I could not fucking stop laughing. Oh shit.
That makes way too much fucking sense too.
It hurts on so many levels. Alright,
Evening.
what's up? So before we end this podcast, can I talk about Saints and Sinners yet?
You know what? I'm gonna give you 10 minutes.
Nice. That's
It-
10 more
it-
minutes that I need.
Man, you'll go on for like fucking another half an hour.
Hell yeah. Okay, so
But I'm
Saints and
giving you
Sinners.
10.
Saints and Sinners. I downloaded that shit, played it, and I was like, I probably shouldn't have. The tutorial starts off like, alright, here's how you do things. On both of your hips, you have weapon straps for easy to access weapons. Dope. If you reach over your left shoulder, you can get your backpack where you put all the supplies that you choose to, pick up off the ground or search. Like, all right, cool, backpack. Like, you actually have, in Last of Us when you pull out your shit to craft,
Yeah, you pull out the
you
backpack.
legitimately have to kneel down, pull out your backpack, go through your shit, and that feels great. On your right side of your backpack and on the right side of your back is where you keep big weapons, either long barrels or a melee weapon. And on your hips, your regular shit. You also get one of those little lights that you have in Last of Us.
The shoulder lamp or
The rig mounted. No, the
Yeah.
rig mounted flashlights.
The rig mounts, and that is both great and terrible at the same time because you turn it on, it starts to die out. You actually have to take it, shake it for a second, put it back on. Or because it only looks where you're looking, but not down or up. So if you need to like crouch down and look at something, you actually have to take off your lamp and aim it where you need it, which is cool. Now, fuck all that. Fuck all that. What's important is the combat. And holy shit, the game pulls no punches. You have to pierce the brain. No exception. The zombie does not stop moving till that brain is destroyed.
can you chop off the limbs?
You can chop off limbs, but that shit's coming at you, homie. And here's the worst part. When you stab, like, and it's hard to get through the eye, especially when you're putting force behind it, right?
Right.
But your weapons can get stuck in the zombie's corpse or in the corpses, and that fucking sucks. I had an issue with that where I found a crowbar, right? A zombie comes up. I shove the crowbar into its face, like I go through the nose, through the back of the skull, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as you do.
I yank back, the body's stuck on it, and I'm like, fuck, and another zombie's running right at me. As I'm trying to yank the fucking shit out. And it's horrifying. Like, one zombie's not an issue. Multiple zombies is like... It takes like a minute to deal with a single zombie. Unless you're in the zone. Or use guns. It also makes guns, like, so viable. You know? Because in this game, just carrying a crowbar around is taxing. Why do that when I can just carry a revolver on my hip? You know?
Big iron.
Yeah.
Big iron.
It makes so much more sense. There's a climbing mechanic in the game, which I did not think I would see in the game. Like, literally, you just... Because it's a VR game, so all you have is your hands. So what you can do is...
Do you
go
do
over
a
to,
human
like...
fall flat style?
No. You grab a... So you have your hands, right? Because it's a
Yes.
VR game, you get your little handy hand. Let's say you see a pipe or something that you can climb up. You grab the pipe with one hand, and now when you pull down, you're lifting your body up.
Ah, I see.
And there's
I feel
a
like that would be
stamina.
disorienting.
It's. I thought so too, but it works really. It's really smooth. Not only is it smooth, but
Also a viable
there's
strategy.
there's a fucking stamina bar. So as you're parkouring up some shit, you need to watch your stamina because you might just fall fucking down, and that sucks. Combat is amazing. I can't get over the combat. Two-handed weapons, you can shove zombies away. If there's a single zombie, you can push it back with one hand, which is useful when you're dealing with multiple zombies running at you. Just run up, shove someone to the ground, go up to the next one, shove them to the ground, and keep going. Hope they don't grab you.
Okay, that's the other question. That's the other
Yeah.
question. Are there any actual running zombies?
It varies, but it's Walking Dead zombies, so they're mostly slow.
Yeah, I was gonna say because
But
I know how
They
Walking Dead
also
sounds.
kind of they sometimes get really aggressive and kind of run and lunge at you. Not run, like they're not sprinting, but in a closed space they're moving pretty fucking quick. Or in a large group, they push each other forward fast.
I mean, as you would
Okay,
expect.
well, I guess we gotta do some marketing. Instead of handing out flyers on Vinewood Boulevard, I want you airdropping them over the city. There's a chopper waiting, ready to take off. Your flyers are on board.
Do you know what a pain in the ass it is when multiple zombies are coming at you and you have to flick open the chamber of the revolver, put in the bullets manually, and hope to God you didn't fucking slip and drop the bullet on the ground because now you have to pick that shit up.
This is why we use speed loaders and mags.
Oh, yeah, but here's the
Yeah,
thing.
this is why you
Here's
don't
the
use
thing.
a fucking revolver.
Here's the thing. You have to find the speed loaders. You have to find the bullets. And occasionally you have to fix your gun because it can't break.
Yeah, that's how guns work.
I know. That's the thing. There's no quality of life. It's literally just fucking gun simulator inside a zombie apocalypse, and it's fucking sick, and I love it, and I hate it at the same time. It's anxiety-inducing because I remember I fucking dropped my weapon once as the zombie came at me, and I'm just trying to grab it, and I'm just throwing shit at the zombie as I'm trying to fucking reach for my weapon. Shit sucks, but it feels good. It gives me the anxiety I want from playing a zombie game. And none of the empowerment. None.
I didn't think Mena could feel anxiety unless it was Adam having ideas for OP characters.
So much anxiety right now.
Speaking of...
Hey, who are you about to give anxiety to, Mena or me?
Yes. I'm kidding. I've already given you enough anxiety today, just being like, hey Javier, what about magical mental claws?
Look, man. Look. I had to take a nap earlier. I was going through it. But that aside, Mena, any other words on the fucking game?
Oh, it's pretty good. I'm gonna post some shit about it. So I just need to do some. I need some footage of the guns because all I've been using is melee weapons, and that's fun. Because you know
How common are swords?
Not at all.
That's bullshit.
I mean, like literally, because the game takes place in New Orleans, so you're finding broken rifles, you're finding revolvers, you're finding.
Telling me that some redneck in New Orleans
knives.
doesn't have a giant fuck-off sword?
You're telling me that some
Yeah.
redneck in New Orleans ain't got a Glock? Bullshit.
Maybe not a Glock. I feel like they would be the kind of people to have, like,
There's some
shitty...
police officers that have Glocks on them.
I feel like people in New Orleans are the kind of people to have, like, shittily maintained 308 rifles.
That is exactly. I have found so many broken rifles. So many broken rifles, and I'm like, I can't. And I keep finding the same broken rifle part, so I can't fix any of the rifles. 'Cause
I
I'm
got
like,
an idea. Get a welding torch and make that shit into a fucking, like, spear.
The thing, kind of.
You know that.
Oh,
What?
Also, unfortunate, realistic bandaging. Dear God.
You actually have to wrap it?
You have to wrap it. You have to wrap it.
How many times do you have to wrap it?
Not that many times, but it's like you actually have to go through the motion of stop, wrap. Fuck. Like this game is literally the definition of oh fuck.
Oh god, oh fuck. Oh shit.
And I don't know what's going on, but I keep finding notes and hints saying run when you hear the bells, and whenever dawn comes, you just hear bells ringing in the distance, and you're like, what the fuck is that? And the music starts to play like super dramatically, and I'm like, I'm fucking leaving. I don't know what's happening. It's scaring me.
You know what? That's scaring me now that I hear that. Like
you should either look up or one day just quick save, see what happens.
That's what I'm trying. Also, I'm not sure how it saves. I don't know if it saves every round, or if I have one life, or some shit.
We're talking about games with permadeath. Hunt Showdown, man, the game is fun, but I feel like the shooting mechanics are even worse than they were in the beta.
Are they?
Like, it feels so slow.
I haven't played Hunt Showdown since I played with Adam.
Speaking of which, I haven't downloaded. I have not played on the PlayStation 4. When we're playing at homies.
I mean, I was playing it today. I'll play it whenever.
You fucker, next time invite me.
Okay. Well, we had 3 people today, so.
Hey, next time invite me. Provide moral support.
You know, you give me a lot of moral support, man.
But Saints and Sinners, great game. Recommend it if you have VR. Because honestly, there's a lot of fucking VR games that are zombie VR games that are just fucking shit. Arizona Zombie, not bad.
Javier Simulator.
This one, however, is
Doesn't you're just gonna be out of breath and asthma attacks.
Also, it's not even a fucking $60 game. It's a $30 game, maybe $20.
Man, that'd be great if VR didn't cost $400 fucking dollars.
It costs like $200.
Still in the hundies, still not gonna get it.
It's
rough.
But if you do have it, I highly recommend it. Just because it's rare that a game is this fun and interesting.
I mean, you can tell Ricky to get it.
I am fucking disturbed by the gameplay so far.
I want to see how Mondo and Ricky fare in that game.
Yeah.
It's Mondo. How do you think Mondo's gonna fare in that game?
Not well.
One of the things
Well, I would want to watch it.
Oh my god. I have so many panic moments in the game so far. And they all incline to something like I stab a zombie. But one of the worst ones, I stabbed a zombie through the chest with like a spear. Right?
Mm-hmm. I don't know why you're stabbing them in the chest.
Because he jumped on me. It's like one of, it's that moment when the enemy jumps on you and you raise your spear and it impales itself on you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was that. And I was like, oh fuck, I can't pull it out. Get the fuck. And I'm like trying to...
Pull out game week.
I'm trying to push the zombie off my spear. And it's like... But it's trying to bite me. So it's like... Imagine like...
Some would call that littering. I would call that promoting the best club.
Oh god, I have such a dirty mind.
This is why you end up in questionable quotes all the time.
Kiko, what the fuck are you thinking? More importantly, is it podcast friendly? If not, just post it in the Discord.
Who, me or Kim?
Fuck Kim. Your name is not.
It's me. I'm not Kiko.
I don't fucking know you people.
Oh.
I mean, that's the fair point. He raises a fair point. It sounds rude, but fair point. Adam, this is Kim. Kim, this is Adam. Kiko, go fuck yourself.
We played Bloodborne, didn't we?
Hello.
We did.
We played like a little bit.
We played a little bit, yeah.
There you go.
But that was also one time.
But yeah,
There we go. I didn't pour gasoline on this dead body so it wouldn't catch on fire.
I don't know what else I want to do with the game. I think I'm gonna play it till I have a panic attack and then never touch it again. I already kind of had that. I fucking killed a zombie with a crowbar, just bashing its head in over and over and over again. And it didn't work. It did not work. So it was not until it fell down and I stabbed it through the head. Did it actually die? At which point I threw the crowbar down on top of its corpse and said, "Fuck this game."
All right, well that's your last thought. We've gone over the 10-minute mark for that.
Yeah.
Anyone have any last minute thoughts before I end this shit? All right.
I'm not allowed to say until next week.
Thank you all for joining me. This was a pleasant time. Mena's flying through the air, and now he's dead. Spokojnej noci.
Fucking weeb.